My name is Grace Orphanage, and I am so happy to be here today to share my story. I want to thank Mama for this great opportunity for women's voice to be heard. Finally, our voices can be heard all over the world. Thank you so much, Mama. I am so grateful. All women are so grateful. Thank you so much. God bless you and everything you represent. May the Lord bless in Jesus' name. Okay, so speaking about abuse, I am a victim of abuse from my teenage age, and I've always been facing it one way or the other. When you are facing abuse, you always be thinking, okay, maybe I was one that is at fault, maybe it's my fault or so, which makes you continue in the abuse. Growing up, I grew up in a polygamous family. My father had 5 wives, and I grew up with my stepmother, the last wife, knowing her as my mother and also my father. But when my father died, the story changed. I started hearing different stories, which my father never told me. My father was a very strong man, so I couldn't even approach him to ask him questions, even if there's anything I was hearing. But at this point, he was already late, he's dead, and we were there mourning, crying over him. And friends, my father's friend that I always knew before he died came around. And you start hearing, oh, sorry, it's only you now that you'll be left. Your father is dead, your mother is dead. And I was asking questions. My stepmother is here. I always knew her as my father before my mother died. My stepmother is here, like my mother is here. Before my stepmother told me, I am not your mother. Your mother died, and then she was mad when she was pregnant of you, and then she would be going around with the pregnancy. She gave birth to you in a dirty place. We went to pick you from there. We brought her home, but she continued going out. Then later we heard that she's dead, and I was just hearing many stories, and my ears were filled up. My stepmother had 3 children, but for my mother, that was just the only one. So from there, it was hell for my stepmother. My stepmother made life so difficult for me that when people come to help, my father's friend, to help me to sponsor me, I was in secondary school then, to sponsor me out of secondary school, she would say, no, pick my children instead, her own children instead, just leave the girl, whatever. But at the end of the day, I was able to get someone that sponsored me in school. It was a church I was attending there to finish my secondary school. So after that, my stepmother, the abuse of my stepmother was so massive that I can't even tell. But I used to still see her as my mother. Even when every day she rings it in my ear, I am not your mother. Your mother is mad and she's dead. She was mad and she's dead. And that picture keeps coming every time she says that. My father's youngest sister was there. They didn't say anything. I could not approach them. It's only my stepmother and my father's friends. So it's continued like that until a time when I finished my secondary school through a help of somebody. And then my stepmother said, life is difficult. We need money to feed myself and her children and also herself. So there's this, my father had a house he built and there are tenants living in that house. So according to my stepmother, there is a guy in our house that likes me and wants to marry me. And I was 17, 18, thereabout. He wants to marry me. This man was 30 years old. And you said he's ready to marry me. I told my stepmother then, Mommy, please, I've not even done this before. I've not slept with a man before, I don't know. And my stepmother would not believe that I've never had sex before. It was so difficult that she said, no, it's not true. She'll call the man to be together where we were talking and say, this man is a grown man, he knows what to do. You've been doing it before now, so when you've not got pregnant, now why will you get pregnant? And the man will say, I can handle it, it's okay, she will not get pregnant. And it would just be as if I should just disappear from the scene. Like, what is going on? Nobody to talk to, everywhere was just blank. So any time in the midnight, the man will come to our room to pester me from night till the next day. I'll be struggling, he'll be struggling with me, he'll complain to my stepmother. He was already giving my stepmother money, and we were all eating fine and all that. He was already complaining, this girl is not complying for me to have sex with her, and then I've been giving you money. And my stepmother told him to force me, if possible, to just have his way, just because of the money she was receiving from that man. It was horrible that he night it to happen. He finally got his way, and then he was shocked and realized that I was still actually a virgin, contrary to what my stepmother was telling him. And he was shocked. He told my stepmother does not even care if that was the point or not. Of course, she was receiving money while I was being slept with. So it continued like that, and I realized that anytime we had sex, he would give me a pill, give me water, and say I should take it in his presence. I don't even know, it's so tiny, he would take it from wherever, I don't even know where he took it from. He would just give me to take, and I would just be there. What pill is giving me, I don't know. I told my stepmother that this man is giving me one pill to take after we have sex. She doesn't even care, she doesn't even want to know. So far money is coming. I realized every night we had sex, the next day there will be money given to my stepmother. The guy said he was going to enroll me in a computer school. He enrolled me in this computer training, whatever. And I'll be going there. Every night I will come and serve him in bed. It continued like that until a time I realized that I was seeing my menstruation 2 times, 3 times, 4 times max in a month. And sometimes when I'm walking on the road, I will be feeling like I want to ease myself, and I will not even be able to hold my urine. And I will just realize that I already pee on myself. I would just be crying, and I was so lost. Like, sometimes I would just wake up and I would just be walking on the road. I don't know where I was going. And I would just be weighing on myself. I don't know what to do. So I approached this guy one day and I told him, this is what is happening to me. I'm seeing my menstruation 4 times in a month. And then sometimes, even during the menstruation, he will still have his way with me. So I say maybe it's because of the pill he was giving me, and was so angry, and he beats me mercilessly that day, that I was complaining that it was because of the pill he was giving me. That's why I was having that issue. So after the beating, the whatever, I begged him, please let me go to hospital, because I don't have money of myself to go to the hospital. You should please take me to an hospital and get myself treated. After days of begging, he finally took me to the hospital. He was always sitting with me, with the doctor. Every day I'm taking the treatment. He'll be there first day, second day. And the last day of the treatment, he was there sitting with me with the doctor. And the doctor told him to excuse us, that he wanted to speak with me in person. The doctor told him to just wait outside, and he did. And the doctor told me that if I like myself and I still want to be alive, I should stop whatever it is I'm having with that man. I should stop anything I'm having with that man, that he is going to just destroy me. He told me that my womb was having issues and my private part was this. He just gave me all the issues I was having. He mentioned them. It was some years ago. And then he said I should just stop any relationship I was having with that guy before he will ruin my life. So that was how I now went to tell my stepmother at home, this is what the doctor said, I need to stop this. She was still insisting that I'm not going to stop with this man. That she said she already prayed, and they told her that that was my future husband. And I told her, this is what is happening to me. This man virtually forced me to have sex with me every time. And this is what I've been going through. And I see the doctor, this is what the doctor said. She will not agree. I remembered my father's younger sister has a child. She's a lady. So I could call her. She was in Lagos then. And I called her on phone. And I told her everything. Please, ma, this is what I'm going through. Somebody needs to help me from this place. I need to go away from this place. This is what this woman is doing to me. They know the guy in that my father's house. This is what this guy is doing to me. And my cousin was like, okay, and your father already giving you to this woman, your stepmother, and there is nothing anybody can do about it to take you away from this woman. So I was stuck. There was nothing I could do about it. So life continues until I spoke with a friend, a secondary school friend of mine, which at that time she was in Ghana. I talked to her through to go. If you remember, there's this internet, whatever that is called to go. So I chatted with her and I told her everything I was going through with my stepmother has become worse. I am at the point of killing myself right now, and I just want to run away from the house. But I don't just want to be close. I have called family members. Nobody wants to help. Please help me. And she said she was in Ghana. So can you come to Ghana? What can you do? I said, I don't have money for transport. She told me to go and meet her mother. Here in this Akure, I went to meet her mother then, and then the mother, she already told her mother everything, and the mother gave me transport. Oh, my good friend. The mother gave me transport for me to go to Ghana. I left the house without telling anybody. I just have to leave because I was just tired of everything. I felt like killing myself. So, to cut it short, I get to Ghana, Kumasi, Ghana precisely. I met with my friend. She was staying with a sister, which she said was a mother's friend, family friend or so. So we were three. The auntie, my friend, and myself were staying together, and we were attending a church then in Ghana. And that is when another story of my life continues, like from fry pan to fire. That's why I would say in this issue of abuse, first thing I would say is that as a lady, as a single lady, whatever it is you are going through in life, as a single lady, do not ever think that getting married or finding a man to get married to is an escape route. It's always not the best at all. Because whatever it is you are going through as a single person, if you're an orphan or you are staying in a place where you don't like or you're experiencing something, don't just think that the next thing to do is to get a man to marry me now so that I'll just escape from all this I'm going through. It is not always a right option. When I got to Ghana, I was saying, when I got to Ghana and I was staying with my friend, with the sister, we were attending a church and I joined a choir. I love to sing. Anywhere I get to, I make sure I join choir to sing. So I joined the choir and we were just there. And there was this guy, also in the choir, in that church. He was a drummer, he drums, and I sings. And then he always find his way to come. Maybe when we close after church, you will see I and myself and the auntie off to the junction and all that. Till the time he came to the house to greet us, and he was telling the auntie we were staying with her, he likes me, blah, blah, blah. And I told that auntie that I'm not ready. And the auntie was like, oh, I see him like he's a potential guy and then like he'll be a husband. I really even don't like him as a person. But he was coming around, talking to us and all that. And finally, we're now going out. People started noticing in church. And people in church will always call me and tell me, in church I was attending in Ghana, that this guy is not the right person for you. We know him. He was dating the girl in the church. He impregnated a girl, and then they had issues. He beat up the girl, and the girl lost the pregnancy. So I confronted him about it, and he was like, no, they were lying. And he was true. He was actually dating a girl, but the girl was this, was that, just made up some stories. I told my auntie, and my auntie was like, okay, like we don't know, we called him, but he denied it. They also said he was into Yahoo or something, and then he denied everything, that he had what he was doing, he's not doing Yahoo. But he was just sure that he was ready to date me and then marry me. So at the time, there was a course my friend that called me, that I talked to, that used an influence to come to Ghana. There was a course she went to Ghana to do, but it was not working. So the mother told her to leave Ghana and come back to Nigeria here in Accra. And then that was where I just realized that, where will I go from there? The auntie too said she wanted to go to Sierra Leone. From Ghana, she wanted to go to Sierra Leone. She was getting married to a man in Sierra Leone. And then my friend too wanted to leave from Ghana, come back to Nigeria. I cannot leave. Where will I go to? So I was staying in the church premises at that time when my friend left. I was courting with another person, a church member too. I was just like, this thing was just too much. When I was leaving Nigeria, I was just ready. I was going to Ghana. I'll be working. I'll go to school and everything will be fine. It was not like that. It was even worse. Another life all over again. So when my friend left and the auntie left too, then I was shattered. I didn't know what to do. I was already with this guy, and the people was already telling me he's not the right person. Me, I was just started praying, God, let me find a man to marry, because I was tired. That's why I was saying earlier to advise single ladies that whatever you're going through now, please keep at it, keep pushing. Thinking of getting a man to marry and then this man will just save me from all this I'm going through, it is not the next option, because any man that comes at that time, you will not even have the mind to think, to see, oh, maybe he's the right man for you or not. You don't want to know anything, you just want to go because you are tired of everything you're going through. I was tired. Everything was going rough and I didn't know what to do. And so I had to leave church where I was staying because it was not okay, it was not conducive. The church was renting a shop where we were doing service, so it was not really okay. So I started staying with this guy. I noticed that time when they said he was into Yahoo me, I was just a naive girl. I didn't know what Yahoo was. I don't know the meaning. What does it mean? I don't know. But he denied I wasn't doing it, so life continues. And then when I was not staying with him, I realized that he actually drinks and smokes. A day I realized that and I confronted him. I was going to say, no, it's not like that. He went for a party and then a friend, Viz, did this and that. He just explained and apologized. It was a mistake. It will never happen again. He has never drunk before. That was his first time. Continued. Even if I realized anything, I had no choice at that point in time because I was already in his den, so there was nothing I could do. He will get angry, you will notice. See, something about these people, these men that abuse, you will always see signs. But like I said, if you are in a problem and you are trying to solve it with dating a man or marrying a man, anything the man is doing, you'll be giving him excuses. You'll be like, he's the only one I saw in my world then. Like, only one. He's my Lord and Savior. He's my everything. He will save me from this. Like, let him just help me. He didn't really have much. No, he was still in a room. He didn't have much. It was not because of money. I was just tired of moving from one place to another. I was coming from Nigeria. I'm in Ghana. And then things were not working. So, to cut it short, I got pregnant. And when I realized I got pregnant, I could not even believe it because I've never ever been pregnant in my life. After what happened to me with the man my stepmother said I should be sleeping with, I could not believe it. I did the test and it was true. What? I was pregnant. So at that time, during those times I was in Ghana, people was already looking for me in Nigeria, of course. My stepmother too, people were saying you're looking for me, and my cousin was telling her that you chased this girl away. She's been complaining to us about this and that you did to her, and that's why she ran, though she didn't tell anybody. So they got my contact through a friend. They've been talking to me. So I talked to a cousin of mine that I was pregnant. So I had to come home and then this and that. My father was dead, so my stepmother that could sit as my mother. And the first son of my dad sat as my father. We came home, we did one or two things. It was really not fine. During that period when he came to Nigeria, there was a time he got angry and then carried his bag that he was going. He was not even getting married again. He was not even paying bride price again. He's not doing anything again. He was I'll be begging him. I was pregnant, like 6 months or 5 months ago, and he pushed me, hit me there. But I was still begging, please, because I was just like, where will I start from? And that's what women, we always think about. Where will we start from? Even if you're in an abusive relationship with him, where will you start from? Let him just marry me and then he will change or whatever. It's not always the case. There will never be a change. It will only go worse because that was what I go through. I begged him. Everything happened. We got married. We went to the registry here. We got married and then we went back to Ghana. We were owing so many people, photograph, for this and that. There was really nothing. He really didn't have money. It's not as if I was following him for money. I was just frustrated and I needed somebody, an escape route. So we get back to Ghana and then another phase of like the abuse is now served to me like fresh. He now sat me down and told me that, you see that Yahoo they told you I was doing, it is true, I am doing it. Yes. And then And I was like, okay, so what's Yahoo? What does Yahoo mean? Because I don't even know what Yahoo means. He told me what it means, and then he showed me. And I was like, this is not a good thing. Let's stop. And then I've always been a girl that believes in God. And I know what is wrong and what is right. So we shouldn't do this. Hey, you just want to save some money, and then when you save some money, then you start a business, and then you stop. So starting up the business never came. He never started any business. He was just there doing the Yahoo. He got a container where he was selling singlets and some boxes, and I would be the one going to shop as I was pregnant. And then he'll be at home. Anytime I go back home, I will see that the house is smelling some particles of cigarettes and everything lying in the bedroom. He will be at home doing the Yahoo. So the day I confronted him about it, like, what is going on? Who owns this particular? Say yes, he has to be drinking and smoking so that he'll be able to talk to clients and all that. And then even me, I have to be doing video calls, naked video calls with his clients so that we can see money, because it's not even been seeing money to start up the business. And I was shattered, like, God, what is this? So from that day, he started beating me. Like, he didn't see a point where I would be telling him, why would I not talk to the client? Because I told him I wasn't going to speak with his clients in nakedness or in whatever. We planned that you were going to stop. He beat me mercilessly that day, and I got wounded all my mouth, like bruised. I took a picture of it. I sent it to a friend of mine then in Ghana, a church member. She was just like, what? Like, his name said she could not believe that the guy could do that. So he realized I was speaking to somebody about what happened. Anytime I got beaten by him, he always apologized, and he'll start fidgeting, begging, oh, you'll never do it again, and I'll forgive. But any abuser will always be an abuser. He will keep abusing. There's no way they want to beg and say, I'll never do it again. It will keep repeating itself. It happened over and over again. As I was pregnant, I got beaten as I was pregnant. I gave birth to my first child, my boy, and then I got pregnant again when my boy was 6 months. And he said I should abort it. I refused, that I wasn't going to abort the child. I've never got pregnant before my first child. Not talk of aborting. So I wasn't ready. I got beaten with my second child then, so that the pregnancy will remove. But my pregnancy never got removed. He beat me, will take me to the hospital, he will lock me up, and then buy medicine and say everything will be fine, my bruises will go, and I'll go to church. I'll just be there singing in pains. There was nobody to talk to. It got to a point I had to just run. I spoke to a friend's elder sister, and I told her that this is what I was going through. And she couldn't even believe it. So she helped me. I said, she said, what do I want to do? I said, I want to run from Ghana and just go to Nigeria first, just to see somebody to talk to. Because I did not have anyone to talk to. No mother, no father, no sister, nobody. So I just had to see someone to talk to. So when I got someone to talk to, I told her, I just have to run first. So when I got to Lagos, I contacted his own parents. Because for my own hand, it's a no-go area. Because extended family, children from other wives, like, it was not even a no-go area. So I spoke with his own parents, and they came over to where I was with my friend's elder sister, and the mother was begging me, I should please. She never knew I was going through something like that. She never knew I was this. And then they begged me. I left where I was staying, and I went to stay with them in Mushin, in their house, with the parents, his mother and father, and the siblings. And there they were begging me that I should please go back to Ghana. And I was telling the mommy, please, I do not want to go back to Ghana. I've been there with him for 4 years, and I knew what he did to me. I don't want to go back. I begged and I cried to this woman, please, do not let me go back. But she was begging me, what do people say? My friends will come and they will see me that the son's wife was home. Why will she be home with children? I came with my children. She just persuaded me and then gave me money and said I should go back to Ghana. And that was my worst decision ever. When I was in that abuse, and anytime I call a cousin of mine, a family member, that's why I say my family member was nowhere to go. I call and I will tell you, say, do you want your stepmother to laugh at you that you ran and then you got married and your marriage collapsed? And then that statement kept me in that abuse for another years. I was like, okay, it's true. My stepmother shouldn't laugh at me. I shouldn't lose my marriage. And then I will stay. But when I speak with the mother, when I came and they said I should go back, when I went back, he was furious. The first day we got back, he locked me and the children inside the house and said, for like a week, we didn't go anywhere. He said, the Yahoo that I said I wasn't going to do, I was going to do it. If I do not do it, he's going to kill me and throw my body away and nobody will ask him. I was so scared. Like, I have never been that scared in my life. Yes, he's been beating me, but the scene there that day was so real, like I was just dying. He beat me in the presence of the children will be crying. And he would say, that day he plucked an iron on and he said he was going to use it on me if I did not agree to what he was saying. It continued like that for a week. It got to a point I told him that, okay, I want to do the Yahoo now. Tell me what to do. What should I do? How should I do it? Tell me I want to do the Yahoo now. And then he told me what to do, how to type, what to talk to the clients. He gave me another phone and then to talk to people. He created one group. He said I'll join the group. From there I'll learn what to do. I was just there and I saw that people were just sending, ladies, girls were just sending their nakedness, how to do this, how to do that. And I just told myself that I can't do this. I cannot do it, but I can't tell him I cannot do it because I already agreed I was going to do it. If I wouldn't do it, he's going to kill me. And he was so serious about it. I got beaten with curtain rods. The rods of curtain, he used it to hit me many times. Sometimes I pray for death to just come on me, like I want to die. And when I could not take it anymore, I just pretended that everything was fine. I told him everything was fine. I'm talking with the clients, don't worry. So I will take care of the clients and all that. Before I now told myself, this second time I am going to run. And this time if I'm going, I am not going to run to anybody. I'm just going straight back here to Accra, where I was. In fact, if I'm not going to see help, anything that will happen, let me just run first. So this second time, I just decided to just run. When I got to Accra here, I was, people saw me and the person that saw me first was I looked like a mad woman. I was already running mad. So they said I needed a place to keep my children first for me to be fine. That was where I got to know Grace Orphanage. Mama's orphanage called Grace Orphanage. And then I went there. I went to Women Affairs here in Accra. They followed me to Grace Orphanage and they took in my children for some times and they told me that I needed to get myself fine before I can come for my children. My children was there and I was staying with a friend's elder sister yet again here in Accra. And I was starting life again. It was hell. When I couldn't stay where I was staying anymore and I was attending the church already, and then I got to speak with Pastor Dotun, and then he told me that there was a home called Another Chance Home where I could stay. And then that was where I got to know about Another Chance Home by Mama, where I stayed, and I got to start healing up. See, one thing about abuse is that when you want to get out, you will be scared that who will believe. People will not believe you because most of the times people that abuse women, like husbands that abuse women, they're always like, what is good people see outside, the way they dress, the way they appear, they always look good. Like nobody ever think they can even hurt a fly. I was talking to a friend in Ghana and she was telling me that she has always seen me anytime I sing in Ghana, like behind this smile and this powerful voice of singing, there was this, like she just knew that I was not happy, but I was not talking about it. But because if I tell that kind of a person, they know the guy in church, who will know that this kind of person can hurt me, not talk of beating me and plugging out that he's going to kill me. Pastor Dotsu told me when I met him, he said, I'm not going to tell you that it will be easy. It will not be easy. When you are getting out of an abuse, you are not going out to enjoyment. Especially like an orphan like me, you're not going to enjoy, like, I just want to go out and enjoy. It is not going to be easy at all. It's going to be so tough. But you just have to go out there and just tell yourself that even if it's tough out there, I'm going to face it. I just want to leave this abuse and then face my life myself. It has not been easy being a single mother with 2 children, but I just thank God because I am happy as a person. It is not easy taking care of 2 children, bills here, bills there. But I just thank God that I am out of the abuse. When I first got out and he heard and I contacted him about the children's welfare, and he told me that I thought you could take care of the children yourself. That's why you could not take the abuse again and you're around with the children. So you could take care of the children. That's why. So take care of the children yourself. And it has really not been easy taking care of the children. So if you're in an abuse relationship, abuse marriage, it is not going to be easy coming out, but you just have to break out. You just have to come out because nobody has the right to take your life. Not even yourself. You don't have the right to take your own life. Not because someone else taking your life. It's just going to be an easy thing. Please, I want to advise any woman going through any abuse or anything, please, you need to get out of an abuse that you are. Get out there, seek for help, scream for help, and then we pray, as I keep praying, that God will help us to get the adequate help we always get. It's not easy to be a single mother, it's not easy. But with God said, we'll always make it in Jesus' name. I want to thank Mama once again for this opportunity for my voice to be heard. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Thank you.